Alright, we are on the draw here. Match 5 of this league with BBE Zoo. What are the chances this Birds of Paradise survives? We're also on the draw. That gives us 2 looks at our second land drop. They mulliganed. I'm gonna keep. I don't know if that's way too greedy than, like, way more greedy than we should be. But I'm gonna give it a go. Oh god, they're on Jund. This was the worst decision I've ever made. Well, if they have a slow hand, we have a lot of cards that are gonna do work. Snapcaster Mage looking really bad. Should this just not be in the deck? Maybe that should just be another threat. I very much... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, get there. Get there. We're not going to tell them that we hit the foothills. But, man, instant payoff. That's fantastic. Don't know if Snapcaster Mage belongs. We have a lot of spells. They're not in this hand. That's for sure. Scavenging Ooze. We can attack into that. Oh, yes. Oh, and we can play Kasali Pride Mage? Okay, which white source? We already played the Foothills. So it's going to be a little redundant with Stomping Ground. Double green, probably where we want to be. Maybe double red, though. Maybe double red. Double red's really good for this guy. That's a mistake I've been making. Not getting double red. So maybe we just grab the Sacred Foundry? Oh, they already know we're definitely not on Naya. I'm going to grab Sacred Foundry. I think that's a good idea. Let's do it. Yes. Cast this dude. 4/4 Nakatl. Block that Scooz. Nice. That's fantastic. That shouldn't make me nearly as happy as it does. I gotta say, I'm ecstatic to be hitting those land drops, though. I feel like I don't deserve that. That was a very, very risky keep. I love that it paid off so far. Bolt, sure. Not bad. Wouldn't be surprised if Scavenging Ooze eats both creatures in my graveyard. Could also see them just wanting to follow it up with something. 1 creature down. Do we have a second creature? Scooz does not want to eat the second creature. Maybe we're holding up a Fatal Push or something? This is just bonkers, right? This shouldn't be happening. We didn't even scry. We kept a 1-lander leaning on Bird. They Inquisitioned away Bird. And the top 3 cards of our deck were just fetch lands. Oh, not even. We fetched each time. Thinning the deck even more. And every time we shuffled, a land ended up on top. Alright, what land do we want to get? It's got to be a blue source. Hallowed Fountain? I could live with Hallowed Fountain. Shall we get a Hallowed Fountain? I think we're going to get a Hallowed Fountain. We could always grab another green source off of this. We should attack. We also shouldn't have showed them this right away. That was not perfect. They might have just hoped we wouldn't hit any more land drops instead of just hitting every land drop we could ask for. I'm gonna hope that we stop hitting lands now, actually. I think we've drawn enough. I'm fine with 4. The 5th one, maybe. Get a Hallowed Fountain. Blue, red, green, Savage Knuckleblade. Hopefully they don't have Abrupt Decay. Abrupt Decay is very good against Savage Knuckleblade. They can also Fatal Push it here. Maybe that's why they didn't crack that fetch. Not that that's a reason for us to not slam Knuckleblade, because we're basically just playing threats. What are we going to do if not play out our threats? Oh, maybe they have Bloodbraid here. Bloodbraid, Bloodbraid, Bloodbraid. Yes! Yes! Bloodbraid into Maelstrom Pulse. That's a good hit. Basically, any removal spell does the same thing, but still. Lightning Bolt off the top, actually very good here for Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Path, Snap, Path. A lot worse, given that we have to do some fetching for it. A lot of fetching for it. I'm going to play a land in Path Scooz with this. And the question is, do we slam Knuckleblade or hold up Get Forest, Snap Path? I kind of like Forest Snap Path. I don't like... Okay, so Forest... Snap. If we go for the Snap play, we don't lose to a removal spell. If we go for the Knuckleblade play, there's more upside. I want upside. They have a lot of removal spells. We're probably dead to it eventually. Green's fine. Green's fine. Green, blue, red. Nux. Don't hit. Just don't do it, opponent. Oh, they hit. Well, we couldn't stop that regardlessly. Let's go to the board. How do we beat Jund? I don't know. I want Path. And I think I want Helix. I also think I want Snapcaster Mage, even though it's not that fast. EE, that's a good card. That is a good card. The rest of this I don't like. Pyroclasm maybe, but probably not. Alright, what do we cut? What is bad? Is it bad that I boarded in Helix and immediately what I'm thinking of cutting is Helix? Do we cut Snapcaster Mage? I feel like that's not bad because it's a body that flashes back one of these, which seems good. Or it flashes back one of these. We could cut birds. That's a thing people do against mid-range decks. They cut Mana Dorks to go for card quality. The game's going to go long. And there's enough removal in their deck that means we're probably not just going to kill them on like turn 4. So having the speed bird gives us maybe not so relevant. Maybe. I could just be totally wrong. Maybe Snapcaster Mage just isn't where we want to be. It seems good though. I'm going to assume it's good. Maybe EE isn't where we want to be in this deck. I don't know. I basically built this sideboard in the same kind of way I'd make a sideboard for Delver. We've got these counter spells. Probably wouldn't be something like this in Delver, but I do have some counter spells in my Delver sideboard. So these are like the counter spells that you want for specific matchups, except in this deck you only want counter spells in specific matchups. Then you have the 2 sweepers. This doubles as removal for fatties, so does the Path. Graveyard Hate, Burn Hate, specific to this deck. Artifact Hate, that kind of thing. Maybe we board out a Pride Mage? Pride Mage doesn't seem that good. They don't run that many artifacts and enchantments. So I'm cutting a 2-drop that attacks for Snapcaster Mage. That might be okay. I'm going to run this. I have no idea if this is good. I have no idea if a lot of things with this deck are good. I do know that this is not good. That's a hand a mother could love. This looks better. We've got some interaction, which isn't exactly where we want to be, but it's fine. We will hopefully sooner or later play some stuff. Snapcaster Mage probably can just go to the bottom. I'd rather hit lands. I clicked through the first main phase, but that's fine. We'll play a land in the second. I'm pretty sure I clicked through that main phase. Yep. Misty Rainforest. What lands do we want to get? Probably Hallowed Fountain and Stomping Ground? Inquisition, yup. They're not taking Bloodbraid. That might actually be bad for us if we don't hit lands. So, they took Bolt. That's fair. Jund runs a lot of stuff that dies to Bolt. I don't want to fetch here because I want to hit my land drops. What do we got? Nice. And they were none the wiser. Alright, so Stomping Ground, Hallowed Fountain, Bob. Do we Path Bob? Dark Confidant's going to be very good. I think I want Path as an answer to Tarmogoyf. Letting them have the card advantage seems very risky this early in the game. I definitely want to crack these fetches now. Because we're getting close to as many lands as we want, and I don't really want to take 6 to play my Mantis Rider. Okay, Stomping Ground, Hallowed Fountain, maybe Sacred Foundry. Does that cast everything? Green, red, blue, green, red, white. So we're going to grab a Stomping Ground. The second is a Hallowed Fountain. The question is... Oh, we can't get Sacred Foundry with Misty. Okay, do we still want Hallowed Fountain? Hopefully our opponent doesn't mind while we pull up our deck and find out how we fetch. So we got Stomping Ground. We can get Temple Garden plus Steam Vents. Double red, double green. casts Nux on the left half, and then red, white, blue. Yeah, we should do that. We should do that. That looks good. Double red, double green. Stomping Ground, Temple Garden, Steam Vents. Back to the game. So we're getting a Temple Garden here. Question is, Shock and Path? I kind of want to deal with this Bob. I don't want to give them the land. I also wish I could keep Path. Being aggressive is probably one of the only ways we're going to win this game, though. So there's that. I'm going to let Bob live for a turn. Okay, well, we could just slam Mantis Rider off of this, and then fetch at our leisure whatever we want. Blue, white, red, that works. Swing, go to them. I'm assuming Mantis Rider is going to die. Bob found a Liliana of the Veil, which is kind of good for us, kind of bad. They took 3, but they're going to be able to play it and kill Mantis Rider. Then again, if we pathed Bob, they would have had it anyways. Well, it would have shuffled it, but same chance of drawing it, you know what I mean? Mantis Rider is going to bite the dust. Nice knowing you, buddy. I'm expecting them to swing with this, because we are racing, but they might want to keep it back to block potential Bloodbraid Elves. I still kind of want a red source with this Misty, but I could live with just getting a basic forest. Flooded Strand. Maybe we just grab the plains for now? I would like to stop drawing lands again, if I may. Snapcaster Mage going to be a very bad hit off of Bloodbraid. I might just kill Lily with the Bloodbraid Elf. That might be the best course of action. Do we want the plains? I like not taking damage. Red, green, white, white. Sure, I don't care. Bolt! Do we bolt Bob? Do we bolt face? We don't bolt face. Bolt Bob, swing at Lily. That might be good. Or bolt face. Do I want Bob off the table, or do I really need that Bob to win me the game? We can put them to 6, but they're going to be able to kill their own Bob? What are our chances of winning if we don't answer Bob or Liliana? We're definitely going... Oh, we already chose to cast it. I think I'm going to leave Bob alone. No. Attack them. Hopefully this is good. We're going to play Bob Roulette for a bit. They turned over a land. Well, Bob Roulette working out for the opponent, not us. If we discard the Misty to Liliana, we lose the ability to haste in Knuckleblade. That's probably worth it to keep Path to Exile around. Path to Exile looking very good right now. I imagine they have something they're willing to discard to the Liliana, so I would be extremely surprised to not see that tick up. Yup, we're going to discard Misty because Path is pretty good. Gonna want to take out whatever fatty they put into play. Yes. Mantis Rider would be a very good top deck. We can go Mantis Rider plus Path. This is a Kitchen Finks. Well, we get to Path that. So that's not so bad. That could be much worse. Snapcaster Mage. Path Snap Bolt. I definitely path this. We could take out Liliana with the Bloodbraid. Probably worth it at this point because it keeps a creature around, but we could also go face, Snap Bolt, also at face. That puts them to 2. That sounds really enticing. And then just hope to top deck a burn spell or have Bob do the job. Hey, Bob, do the job. I like that. We're going face again. When in doubt, go face. Fantastic. We probably just passed the turn here. If they put a Scavenging Ooze on the stack, I'm going to respond immediately. What do we got? Oh, it's another land? Bob, do you not know who you're supposed to be playing for right now? I think their Dark Confidant is confused. Scavenging Ooze is probably very good for them. They're going to do that. In response, we're going to do this, because I'd rather have a Bloodbraid Elf than a Snapcaster Mage. They can't flash in a Scooz in response, so that's nice. Bolt's going to go upstairs. Our thing resolves before theirs does. We're just going to let Snapcaster Mage see its work. Put them to 2. Liliana, sack Snapcaster Mage. I don't foresee them attacking. I imagine they want Bob back to block. Then again, they probably have a bunch of creatures and removal spells in hand. Scooz, yeah, that's pretty good. They can eat 3 things without cracking that fetch. And there are only 2 in the graveyard, so that's nice. They can only eat 2 things. Both were eaten. Lightning Bolt, not game. Hopefully Dark Confidant figures out what's up. If they swing with Bob, Path on Scooz might be okay. Really, I think we're hoping for something like a Mantis Rider. If they want to answer Mantis Rider, they probably have to Fetch Shock. Another Bloodbraid Elf, okay. I could live with a Tribal Flames going upstairs for exactly 4 damage. That's not something I dislike particularly. I'd also love if Dark Confidant could figure out... I mean, it did 3 damage with the Liliana, but if it could get back to that state of mind, that'd be fantastic. We also have to worry about dying on the crackback, but that depends on our draw. It's another Bloodbraid Elf. We slam that. Ain't no doubt about it. What do we hit? Mantis Rider. Was there any doubt? Was there ever any doubt that we should go face this game? Are there any non-believers out there across YouTube? I have a feeling they shouldn't have attacked there. Just to dissuade this kind of play from us, they could block. Swinging with the Bloodbraids would have been much worse. I probably would have just swung with Mantis Rider. That way they don't get to trade, eat, and then gain life with Scooz. Bob would be off the board because it blocked. Seems like a very good spot for them to not be attacking. Of course, I understand they wanted to clock us because the top of our deck has these, and these. But at the same time, I think you want to keep Bob back to block. Snapcaster Mage did work there. Snapcaster Mage as extra copies of burn spells. Something I can probably get behind. Engineered Explosives looked like it would have been good. I think I'm okay with this. We're on the draw, which is definitely worse than being on the play. Our hand, probably going to be better than what we kept. 4 lands, a Nacatl, and 2 burn spells. That looks anemic. Our draws are live. I think I'm going to take a mulligan. I think it's worth taking a mulligan. That's a hand. That one I'm going to keep. Scry, Tribal Flames. Put that on the bottom. We're on the draw. And knock on wood, but we're probably just totally screwed. I don't want to go to 5, because that seems like a bad idea, but gosh damn. Going to 5 against Jund, probably bad. Well, they didn't have turn 1 discard, and we drew the Wild Nacatl, so you know we did the thing. Temple Garden, followed by Blue Source. Temple Garden, Steam Vents, gives us double red, but only 1 green. We could get a Breeding Pool. Temple Garden, Breeding Pool, Mountain also casts Savage Knuckleblade. They might just be holding up Bolt, but you know what? So far, they did not get rid of our Mantis Rider. Yeah, that's a Bolt. That screams Lightning Bolt. Cool. Goyf. Bob. Well. Pride Mage or Path? I honestly just want to path that Bob. I have a feeling we're not going to have a repeat of last time. We also have a second path to exile, which is nice, so it's not as big an opportunity cost. Letting them cast 2 spells, definitely not something I like, but I'm going to deal with that immediately. I'm really wishing that was a lightning bolt, but what are you going to do? Think that Bob was a must-answer Bob. What do we got? Liliana? Scoos. Sure. Oh, they would have missed their land drop if we didn't path. And they wouldn't have had double black. They would have had to tap out here. Temple Garden, Breeding Pool, I said. Yes, Breeding Pool is what I said. Did that change? I don't think it changed. Tribal Flames. We can kill Scoos. That costs us mana, though. If they have a Lightning Bolt, Mantis Rider bites the dust immediately. I think we're still going to play it, because I'm not really here to not cast my threats. Also, if we hit a land next turn, we get to go Pride Mage plus Tribal Flames. That could be something decent. Raging Ravine, nice. Abrupt Decay, sure. I think I want to kill this Scoos now. Land. We can kill Scoos and play Pride Mage. Fantastic. I want to kill this before they untap and get to eat anything. We got 2 things in the bin. They have 2 green sources. Sure, we can kill it even if it becomes a 4-4. Even a 5-5 if we're really ambitious and want that Overgrown Tomb. But I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just kill this. This is going to be a pain. But we might end up pathing it. We do want to play out the Pride Mage. Okay. We probably get a red source, so we get double red. We still can't get Sacred Foundry with these accursed Misty Rainforests. We can get Steam Vents, gives us double blue, double red, double green, but only single white. Jund, not exactly a deck that attacks mana, but who knows, they might be on the Fulminator plan. We're definitely cracking it. That's the easy part. Which of these lands is the best? Do I want double red? I probably want double red. I'm just going to grab a Steam Vents. Pride Mage. We probably don't cast that first. Even though we pretty well telegraphed that we have something to cast. White-green. Well, they didn't have removal on the end step. That's good. Smells like removal now. Bloodbraid Elf. That's bad for us. Into Pulse. Alright, pathing Bloodbraid Elf. Not where we want to be. Drawing our own Bloodbraid Elf could be very profitable. Tribal Flames. Oh, that's actually very good. We get to Tribal Flames that, and then path what they put down here. Not Raging Ravine. Do we have a threat? Is it big? It's a Kitchen Finks. That probably is a must path. Do we do this now? Yeah, we might top deck a Bloodbraid Elf. We do this now. I like Path. I have to say, I enjoy unconditional 1-mana removal that exiles. I also have to say I haven't been enjoying ramping the opponent. That's something. Definitely has a downside. Definitely has a downside. Maybe you're supposed to leave that Finks alone and hold up Path as an answer to Raging Ravine? I don't know. They also have a lot of life. We're just in a bad spot. Tarmogoyf. We're going to play that and hope they have Stone Cold nothing. They didn't kill Pride Mage until they Bloodbraid Elfed into Maelstrom Pulse, so maybe they just don't have removal. Knock on wood, please. Please? That looks like they have removal. Lily? Don't be Lily. Just don't do it. Anger. Anger plus Bolt? That's respectable. They 2-for-1 themselves, but I mean it worked. Followed up by a Tarmogoyf. That's straight up good. I'm not sure how we beat this now. Goyf plus Ravine? Not with that. We are dead. I'm not going to show them that because I don't want them to know we are dead. But we are in fact dead. Oh, that's a disappointment. I was hoping we could win. Inquisition. Well, they're going to know we're dead. We'll hold off on the GGs until they attack. Yeah, they didn't miss it. They did not miss it. They know. Writing pretty well on the wall. Declare attacks. Oh, yeah. We're very dead. Very, very, very dead. Well, Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching. We still got 40 play points. Wow. Friendly leagues are exactly that, really friendly. Huh. I mean, I know we went 2-3, and I knew there were consolation prizes, but I didn't know the 2-3 prize was half of the entry fee. That's not bad. Well, that was our first league with BBE Domain Zoo, and I gotta say, I feel like there are probably changes to be made, because, well, Snapcaster Mage wasn't the worst, but I feel like our sideboard could be better against mid-range decks. We need grindy threats. That's what we need. We need grindy threats. I'm gonna look into that. Grindy cascade hits. Things that we can board in, like Kitchen Finks, which the opponent was running. Actually, Kitchen Finks fits very well in the Feed the Clan slot. That might be something I look into. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. I doubt I'm going to be recording a league with this within the next week or so, but by the time you guys see this, it'll be after the next Delver stream, so maybe I will play another league within a week of you guys watching this. Who knows? See you all next time.